Let's begin our podcast.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into something I think we all wonder about sometimes. You see those perfect couples online and you just kind of got to ask, what really makes a relationship work?
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the fairy tale, right?
For sure, for sure. And that's why we're here, right? To take a look at what our sources say about building successful relationships, focusing on those everyday actions, not just the big romantic moments.
Exactly. It's about building a connection, not just stumbling upon the one. And, one thing that really jumps out from our research is the importance of mutual respect.
Okay, respect. I think we all know that's important, but what does that really look like in a relationship day to day?
Well, it goes beyond just being polite, right? It's about genuinely valuing your partner's opinions and respecting their boundaries.
Oh, boundaries, yeah. That's a big one these days, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
And it's also about recognizing and appreciating their individuality, like
Yeah.
celebrating what makes them unique.
So it's about listening, even when you might disagree, and making sure your partner doesn't feel diminished, even during disagreements.
Right, exactly. Even when things get heated, there should still be that underlying respect. And from that foundation of respect, you can build strong communication.
Communication. I feel like that's such a relationship buzzword, you know? Everyone says it's important, but how do you actually make it work?
Well, our sources point out that successful couples don't just talk, they really listen to each other. They create a safe space where both partners can openly share their joys and worries, frustrations, everything, without feeling judged.
It's about feeling heard, right? And that takes more than just words. Like your tone of voice, body language, that all plays a part too, right?
Absolutely. It's about the whole package. And when you have that kind of open communication, you start to build trust, which, let me tell you, is essential.
Trust, yeah, you can't have a solid relationship without it. But how do you actually build trust? Like, is it something that just happens?
Well, according to our sources, trust isn't automatic. It's earned. It's something that grows over time through consistent actions and honesty.
So it's about showing up for your partner, being reliable, proving yourself over and over.
Exactly. Think of it like a bank account. Every time you're dependable, every time you're honest, it's like making a deposit. And over time, that builds a sense of security and confidence in the relationship.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've got respect, communication, trust. What else is essential for a successful relationship?
Well, a healthy relationship isn't about losing yourself in the other person. It's about finding that balance between we and me.
Right, right. You still got to be your own person. Our sources talk about this too, right? Like the importance of individuality.
Yeah, definitely. It's about supporting each other's personal growth, encouraging each other's dreams and passions, all while working together towards shared goals.
So it's like aligning your paths without losing your own sense of self, which I think is something a lot of people struggle with.
It's a delicate dance, for sure. And speaking of challenges, let's talk about conflict. Because let's face it, even the best couples have disagreements.
Oh yeah, conflict is inevitable. It's how you handle it that makes all the difference, right?
Our sources hit the nail on the head with this one. They emphasize that successful couples address the problem, not each other.
So it's not about winning the argument, but about finding a solution together.
Exactly. And that often involves being willing to apologize and forgive, even when it's tough.
Which brings us to another key point. It's not just about navigating those big blowouts. It's about the everyday stuff too, right? Like making sure you stay connected even when life gets busy.
Couldn't agree more. Love is a verb, as they say. It's about those daily actions, those small gestures of appreciation. It's about truly being present when you're together and making time for each other, even when schedules are packed.
So like checking in with each other, little acts of kindness, just showing that you care consistently.
Precisely. It's those things that keep the spark alive. And all those little things add up to create something really powerful. Emotional safety.
Emotional safety. What does that actually mean in a relationship context?
It's about feeling completely accepted and loved for who you are, flaws and all. It's about knowing you can be vulnerable with your partner without fear of judgment.
So it's like having that safe space where you can be your true self, especially during tough times.
Exactly. And that's so important for a healthy relationship. But, amidst all the seriousness, we can't forget about having fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Laughter is so important, right? And friendship.
You got it. Our sources highlight that successful couples are often each other's best friends. They enjoy spending time together. They share inside jokes. They go on adventures, big or small.
So it's about keeping things light, remembering to play and have fun together.
You know it. That sense of playfulness is crucial for keeping the relationship vibrant. So I guess what we're learning is that successful relationships aren't about some perfect ideal. It's about commitment.
Commitment to growing together, facing challenges as a team, and putting in the effort day in and day out.
Exactly. It's less about those grand romantic gestures and way more about the daily choices we make to show respect, communicate honestly, build trust, and just be there for each other consistently.
That's really insightful. So, listeners, think about it. Which of these daily actions resonates most with you? How can you cultivate that in your own relationships, present or future? It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for each other every single day.